Welcome everyone to this another educational video. In this video, we are going to learn how we can launch a Windows EC2 instance. This is going to be a demo, so let's quickly move on to the AWS console. This is the landing page of AWS console. Whenever we need to launch a EC2 instance, the first and important point to note is where we are going to launch this instance. So for this, we need to select the region where we need to launch this instance. In this video, we are going to launch this EC2 instance in the Mumbai location, so which is already selected. And if you want to launch this instance on a different region, you can choose from each of these available one. So let's quickly move into the EC2 dashboard. This is the EC2 dashboard, and we'll quickly click on launch instance. The first input field is to choose from the AMI. The AMI is a template which contains the information about our base operating system and the applications which are pre-installed onto it. We need to choose from the available AMIs, and to comply with the free tier, we will just select this free tier only. To locate for Windows, we can quickly search Windows in the tab, and similar is the case with the other AMIs. If you want to locate a Ubuntu AMI, you can choose Ubuntu, and you can select from any of the available AMIs. You can go through each of these and see what difference they have. So for this video, we will quickly search for Windows, and we'll select the first one. Again, to comply with the free tier, we will choose the T2 Micro as an instance type. We will provide inputs to configure the instance. There is a separate video dedicated to all the options which are available here to make you understand in detail. I will give you the link, you can refer there. For this video, we will quickly assign a public IP and add storage to it. Default storage will work. We will quickly tag this instance. Tagging is basically required to organize or group the resources in the AWS. So this is optional. If you want to tag, you can tag. Let's quickly configure the security group. The security group is very important part because security group acts as a firewall, and it allows us to communicate with the EC2 instance. This is a Windows instance, so we need to get the RDP open so that we can RDP to this Windows server. You can create this wizard and create a new security group, or you can choose an existing security group which you have already created. I'm going to select an existing security group, and you can see this RDP is open to the world. This is a demo, so it's fine to get open for the world. But if you are hosting something critical, or you are launching this instance for your production environment, do restrict it to a particular IP segment. Let's review the information which we have provided to the instance, and everything seems to be okay. We'll quickly launch this instance. Now this is the place where we need to choose the key pair. We have the option of choosing from the existing key pair if we already have one, to create a new key pair, or to proceed without a key pair. You can create a new key pair by selecting this, by providing it the name key pair, and you can download this key pair from here. In this video, I'm going to choose an existing key pair because I already have, and I will select this Windows key pair. I will acknowledge all this and launch the instance. We can view the instance by clicking here. You can see the instance is in running state. Now the important point is that this status check should be 2x2. This is the place where we can see the status check, and once this both status checks are passed, this will represent here. So let's quickly see the description of the EC2 instance what we have. We can see we have got the public IP which we have already opted for. We have got private IP also. Let's move it. We have the Windows key pair which we have chosen. We can see, let's refresh it and see if this 2 by 2 status checks is passed. So for the Windows instance, it take time to completely boot up. So I will just pause this video for some time and will resume it again once this status check is okay. Status check is passed. Now you can see the status check is passed and we can see 2 by 2 checks completed. Now we all know that when we need to RDP a Windows instance, we need a username password to log in into it. Username can be named as administrator, but from where we can get this password? Let's quickly see how we can get this password. We'll click on connect. There is an option get password. We'll click on get password. We'll browse and we'll locate the key pair which we have. In your case, if you have created a new one, do refer to the download directory where the key pair must be downloaded. Just select this key pair and decrypt the password. Now you can see the password is here. I'm just copying it to the clipboard and closing it. We'll quickly do the RDP. We need to provide the IP address, public IP address, which I'm going to give it here, 135.154.208.198. We'll quickly connect it. We'll give administrator and we'll copy paste the password and we'll select OK. And you can see we are able to log in into the newly created EC2 instance with the Windows operating system. Again, when this is logging into this and creating, this is logging for the first time, so it will take some time to create and set the background environment for us. We'll wait for some time and see how this is created. Yeah, we can see now we are into the Windows instance. Now we can do our regular job which we want to get it done with this Windows server. Now when our activity is over and we need to quickly let this is powering up, let it get powered up. Now when this complete instance is used and we need to just terminate this instance, let's quickly see how we can terminate this instance when our work is done. If you want to preserve your work for the future use, you can select the instance and go to action, instance state and stop this instance. When your instance is in stop state, you will not be charged for it. But yes, for the EBS volume and the data that is stored, you will be charged for that. For me, this instance is for the demo purpose only, and this demo is completed. So I'm going to terminate this instance. So I'm not getting charged for this instance. We'll click terminate and yes, terminate. This gives a error message. This gives a warning message that all the data would be lost. And this is the newly created instance. I do not have anything stored on this, so it doesn't make me any worry. So after some time, let's quickly refresh it and see if this is still shutting down. You can see my first instance is in stop state. If you want to terminate this also, you can just quickly terminate this also. So after some time, this instance would be terminated and removed from this list also. So you can see now these instances are terminated. So I hope you have learned of how you can launch an EC2 instance. And if you find this info video as an informative, do mention your feedback in the comment box and subscribe to my channel for the more videos for your information.